What's up, guys? Jeremy with Everything iDevice, and welcome back to my Mac. This is going to be my What is on my Mac video. I'm only going to be giving you guys a overview of all of the apps that I love to use and that I do have installed. Some of them I actually just don't have them deleted and I really don't use them, but I'll mention that. I'm not going to go into too many details on how I use them. I'm just going to give you guys an overview of what I have and a summary of what I use it for. Now, I will be going through and breaking down the apps in upcoming videos. You guys can also request them down in the comments to do a review of the app if you'd like. But like I said, this is just an overview, and we're going to start with the dock. Obviously, the docked apps are all the apps that I use the most. So let's go ahead and just do a run through of everything I got and use. First off, Finder, that's always there. We got iExplorer. I've used this in multiple videos that I've done. It basically allows you to browse the file system of your iOS devices. The great thing about iExplorer is it is compatible with Windows or Mac, and there's a free version and then there's a premium version, and I still just use the free version. It does what I need it to do. So I got iExplorer, we got Game Center chilling down there. I love playing iOS games all the time. We got iTunes, we got uTorrent, or also called, I believe, MicroTorrent. I really don't use this much anymore. I used to use it to download music, but since I've gotten Spotify Premium, which I've kind of touched base with here and there in certain videos, I don't really download music much anymore. So that's kind of just chilling there. We got Pixelmator. This is what I use to create all of my YouTube thumbnails and also any other kind of graphical design stuff I need to use for the website or anything. It's a pretty simple program. It's not as extensive or over the top like Adobe Photoshop. I think that Adobe Photoshop for what I do is a bit overkill. That's why I don't use it. For me, I like to keep the things I use as simple as possible, as long as they can do the things I need them to do. I don't want to spend any more time than I have to, just because workflow can be pretty substantial. And if my apps are more simple and allow me to get things done faster and still maintain high quality, that's what I use. So we got Pixelmator, we got Parallels Desktop. I do have Windows 8 Pro, all legit, all paid. I use obviously Windows 8 to give you guys Windows tutorials if I ever need to do them. We got Adobe After Effects. I don't really use that. I mainly use iMovie for all my video editing, just because, like I said, it's simple, it's fast. I get what I need to get done quickly with iMovie. I have used it a couple of times for some more crazy kind of stuff, but it's a bit overkill for what I do currently. We have Photoshop Lightroom 5. Absolutely love this application. For those of you that are following me on Instagram, you know that I'm getting into photography a little bit, and this is my go-to app for editing my photos. It's just hands down an awesome application. We got iMovie. That's just what I use to edit my videos. We got ScreenFlow sitting here. That's what I'm using to record my screen right now. Awesome application. I have Daisy Disk. This is a great app for basically displaying all of the content on my computer and the amount of space it's taking up. So that's a really nice program to have. App Store, we got Chrome. I use Chrome on everything. I used it on the Mac here, and I used it on all of my iOS devices. I think it's just a little bit better than Safari currently. When Mavericks comes out, it might not be there anymore. I might replace that with Safari, with the new features that Safari has. I don't know yet. I guess I'll play around with Mavericks Safari when that comes out and see if it can outdo Google Chrome. But currently, Chrome is my web browser for everything. We got the Hack Store. I made a video on that. I'll leave the link in the description for this if you want to see how to get it. It's a really awesome alternative app store. We got Spotify. I do have Premium. Absolutely love it. Best music service I've ever had. We have the Game Capture HD. That's the program that I use with my physical Game Capture HD that's connected to my other monitor for recording gameplays on the Xbox and the Ouya. And technically, you can use the Game Capture to record anything on your monitor or television. So you technically could use this to record like TV shows and stuff. Shh, I didn't tell you that. So Game Capture HD, we have Aperture. This is just for very, very simple photo edits. I mainly use it to blast all my photos into my photo stream. I like using this better than iPhoto. We got Reflector. This allows me to display any of my iOS device's screen on my computer with the physical frame of that device. So if I'm displaying my iPhone 5, it will show a actual iPhone 5 on my screen here and then mirror my screen of my iPhone 5, if that makes sense. So that's Reflector. We got Tweetbot for Twitter, self-explanatory. Alfred's awesome. It's like Spotlight search on crack. It's like insane. You can do so much with Alfred. You can look stuff up on the web. You can use it as a calculator. There's just a ton of stuff you can do with Alfred. Origin, I used to use this to play SimCity. I really don't use it much anymore just because I haven't really been playing it, but that's why I have that there. Messages, when I'm on my computer, this is how I reply to my iMessages from anybody. We got App Zapper. This is a cool program. For any applications you download, it's usually multiple files, and when you delete an app, you're just basically deleting the app itself. You're not, deleting all the extension files that allow it to run, which will obviously take up space on your computer. This allows you to simply drag and drop any application into here, and it will find all files associated with it and allow you to delete it out of your computer. Very nice. We got IPSW Downloader, allows me to download any IPSW file for any iOS device. I made a review on that as well. We got Geekbench. I like to use this here and there. In my MacBook Pro, which is powering my my Thunderbolt displays, I actually have a OCZ Vertex 4 SSD in replace of where the hard drive was, and I took out the optical drive and put the hard drive there. So I do like to run tests to see how my MacBook is running here and there. So that's what that's there for. GarageBand isn't normally here; it's just running right now because that's what I'm using to record my audio. So that's pretty much it for the dock. Here I have some games. These are all emulators. I don't really use these anymore as well since I've gotten the Ouya. If I ever want to play an emulator, I just use the Ouya just because it's so awesome. But yeah, I have a bunch of emulators that I used to like to play. So let's go into my applications. Now, some of these I don't use. I'll try to run through these as quick as possible. I don't want to make this video too long. Anything I've mentioned, I'm just going to skip. We got the Blackmagic test here, Blackmagic disk test to see, my read and write speeds of my SSD, which is always maxed out. So that's nice. We got emulator Caffeine. Caffeine's cool. I have that running right now in my status bar, as you can see up there. When the coffee mug is filled, my computer will never go to sleep, and when I click on it and empty it out like that, it will allow my screen to go to sleep. So if you want it to, permanently not go to sleep while you're working, you can just go ahead and turn that on. Absolutely love that program. Very, very cool. Simple. Calculator, calendar, carrier editor. That was for, I believe, like iOS 6. It was a way to edit your carrier logo on a non-jailbroken device. Chameleon SSD optimizer. I don't use that anymore. Climate, that's for my Nest Learning thermostat, which is installed upstairs. That's an awesome little app. It'll basically display in my status bar the temperature of my house and if my AC or my heat is on, and I can actually adjust it right from here if I want to turn the temperature up or down. Compressor. CyberDuck is similar to iExplorer. I don't use that very much. I mainly use iExplorer. We got Daisy Disk. Deeper, I don't use. Disk Doctor, I don't really use. I'm pretty much manually delete out stuff and clean up my hard drive and my SSD and all that. Evasion, Jailbreak Utility. We got Flux. This is where Flux originated from, was on the Mac. For those of you that are familiar with the jailbreak tweak, which allows you to change the backlighting temperature of your screen. It's really nice on the Mac for at nighttime because you can kind of have that candle lit backlighting effect, which makes it a little bit more yellow, but it's very soothing on your eyes. That's a love it or hate it app. But yeah, this originated on the Mac, so I have that installed. Game Capture, Game Center, Google Drive. I'm sure all of you know what that is. iDeveloper Icon Generator allows me to input one image and it will blast out a whole bunch of different sized icons of that image. So like like an iOS app icon, even Android sized icons. That's pretty neat. Image to icon, it's similar to iDeveloper. I don't really use that. I need to delete that. iSnap allows me to drag any open windows to either side of my screen and it will snap it to whatever size I have selected. So that's a pretty cool application. KoiPond allows me to make let's just turn it on quick. It might lag out because I'm running the screen flow right now. I've had issues with that in the past where oh no, it's not too bad. So there you go. That's KoiPond. It allows you to make your desktop background an actual animated koi pond, and the frame rate is pretty impressive. As you can see, it looks really nice. So let's go ahead and turn that off. That's pretty cool application, just for looks. So Koi Pond, Leapfrog Connect, that's for one of my daughter's toys. We have live wallpapers, similar to Koi Pond, but there's a huge selection of different animated wallpapers. Mad Catz Editor for my Rat 7 Cyborg mouse allows me to adjust all of the different settings on it. There's a crap load of settings for this mouse. That's pretty cool. Memory Clean is buggy. I like it, but it really pisses me off sometimes because it'll make my Mac freeze if I'm uploading or importing a video and then it decides to clean the memory. It will freeze, which really pisses me off, so I don't have that on, but let's just turn it on. It'll show me how much gig I have free in terms of RAM. It'll show active, wired, inactive, blah, 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 and you can clean it up. So that's a cool application besides it causing my Mac to freeze here and there. Silverlight Mission Control. Mobile Mouse Server allows me to use the mobile mouse application on my iOS devices to basically control my computer as a remote. Parallels, that's for using, I believe, that's a PlayStation emulator. Pixelmator. Pocket Planes, for those of you that know Pocket Planes, the iOS game application, this is that same game for on the Mac, and it actually syncs between the Mac and your iPhone or iPad. Very fun app. I love playing that game. Red Snow, Reflector, Screen Snake's cool. Check this out. This is a fun Mac game. It's Snake, and it's just on your desktop. You can change all the colors and everything and the speed and all that. It's actually pretty hard when you turn it up as fast as I have it. So that's a fun little game. Let's quit out of this. So let's Screen Snake. ScreenFlow. Screen Taker allows me to basically drag and drop a screenshot that I take with my iPhone 5 or iPad or iPod Touch or any iOS device. You can take a screenshot, pull it out of your photo stream on your Mac, and drop it into this app, and it will automatically generate a frame for it, like a iPhone 5 frame. You can choose white or black, a iPad mini frame, or a regular iPad frame. I use that for graphics on my website. Very cool application. Simplify, don't use it. 60 Force, another emulator. Splashtop 2 and Splashtop Streamer, I believe, do the same thing. It's just it allows me to mirror my Mac onto my iPad or my iPhone, so it's like I can be upstairs and have my Mac on my iPad and control it. It's pretty neat. Don't really use it, honestly. Spotify. What else do we got here? Tiny Umbrella. You jailbreakers should know what that is. Tweetbot. And then Wallpapers HD is where I find a lot of really high resolution wallpapers to put on these. To put on my cinema displays. So that's a great app to find really high res wallpapers. I usually just Google search, but it's still nice to have. So that's everything I got on my Mac. I know this has been a long video, but I do have a lot of stuff on here to cover. Like I said, this will be a series. I'll go through and break down, certain apps and how I use them and how I do the things I do. Also, if you guys want to, if you want me to cover anything in specific, go ahead and add it down in the comments. I do check my comments quite often, so be sure to request something if you want to see something and how I use it. But anyways, yeah, that's what's on my Mac, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, definitely throw me a thumbs up. That does help me out a lot. Also, if you guys want to see more tutorials like this, be sure to click that subscribe button. This has been Jeremy with Everything iDevice, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.